Hey guys, it's Doodly Squatch here again. Got a fun mashup for you as well as some boo-boos. But anywho, let's just jump right into it. And here we go. So the idea of a good idea executed poorly is a lot better than a bad idea executed well. I've always stuck by that. Some concepts are just really cool, and sometimes people have trouble executing them. I saw a pencil drawing of a Nigel Thornberry Count Orlok, and while the drawing I saw wasn't great, the idea was awesome. So that's essentially what inspired this piece here today. I never really watched Wild Thornberries very much. I was too old for that. I don't know. To be honest, Nigel's face just kind of disturbed me. But it works out just right for Count Orlok. I went and saw Nosferatu, and it was a great movie. I enjoyed it. It kind of fizzled out at the end. But overall, just a very, beautiful looking movie. Great costumes. Loved Bill Skarsgård. Just, I want you to kiss me. I don't know. Like, just that whole Count Orlok thing. I love his big bushy mustache and just how silly he looked. Just, as a sort of gothic romance, what have you. I enjoyed it. And there we go. I messed up and drew on the layer with the Orlok. So let's get rid of that. Now I can move him. But as for other boo-boos with this particular drawing, I forgot to resume recording when I was drawing it. So I didn't catch the last little bit, but I'm sure you guys can guess what I did. Guess what? I probably put a white outline around it. And yeah. But for me, seeing the movie and being able to enjoy it and enjoy the looks and kind of the overall aesthetic, I liked it. Johnny Depp's daughter, Lily Rose Depp, I think. She did a good job. She, her face is unsettling for me. I don't know. I don't know if it's just makeup or cameras or something, but her cheekbones just seem very aggressive, like they could hurt me. But just everyone in that movie did such a great job. I love it, and I love Willem Dafoe. So anything he's in, I'll give it a swing. Lighthouse and Boondock Saints, Spider-Man, John Wick. Just anything he pops up in, I'll give it a go. But with this Count Orlok, I wanted to sort of try and capture the sort of just like grungy nature with the funny proportions of Nigel Thornberry. I guess the sort of endearing quality of Nigel Thornberry for me is I really do like Tim Curry, and I like that he did his voice, and that Tim Curry's another one of those actors where he just popped up in everything. Like when I was a kid, almost any movie I watched, Tim Curry would pop up in. Whether it was Home Alone 2 when he was the funny guy at the hotel, or Congo when he's talking with a bizarre Russian accent. I remember him in GoldenEye. Funny enough, I've never seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'm sorry. I know. But it's just never come up for me. But yeah, I was so disheartened to find out that Tim Curry had a stroke and that he was, wheelchair bound. I didn't know. I can't remember what the most recent thing I saw that he was in. I knew he had voiced some things, but I didn't know that he was, ill. So when the remake or the I guess reboot, the new Stephen King It movies came out, the ones with Billy Skarsgård. I was curious what old Tim Curry was up to, and found a video of him sort of talking about it, and there he was, in a wheelchair, and it bummed me right out. But he's kicking butt. It's amazing how many fan things he still does, considering the condition that he's in, and that just, he's just a cool dude. I'd love to meet him. I don't know. I don't go to conventions near as much as I used to. There's only really one around here, so it does get a little stagnant. So I don't get out to him near as often. But I think if he were to pop up here, I'd probably give it a swing, throw some of my hard-earned cash at him, just so I could, talk to him. I don't know. Meeting celebrities is weird. Anybody else have any experience with that? I don't know. I went to my first Comic-Con in 2011, and it was probably the best experiences I've had with celebrities up to that point. I met the I can't remember his name. I'm terrible, but I met the fellow that played Xander in Buffy, and he was the first celeb that I approached. And I'm like, hey, can I take a picture with you? And he was so kind and nice, and he's like, yeah, sure, yeah, come here, and took a picture with me, patted me on the back. He's like, hey, you have a great convention. And it was, oh my gosh, it was so cool. And I came back 2 days later. It was the only convention I've ever stuck around the whole time. But I came back and found him on the last day, and I was like, you're the coolest celebrity I've met. You were so cool. You're so nice. You didn't, demand money out of me to take a picture with you. And, when after the rest of my convention, I realized that's very much a thing. So that made it more special for me. My coworker, he got to meet the fellow that played Buck Rogers, and couldn't take a picture with him because Buck Rogers, he wanted like $20 or something. And he's like, really? Like, nah, I'm good. And had I known, I would have just taken a picture of them talking together. I was out in a distance. And I get it. It's a business. They're there to, make money. Some of those actors haven't, been in anything in a good while. So I understand that. And, I have a better understanding of that now, having gone to several conventions, and, it's a lot of work. Even if you're just sitting at a booth, good grief, it's a lot of work. But, using the old eyedrop tool to get some color for this guy. Not sure if I stick with this color or if it seemed a little too intense, but hard to recall. But I hope people are enjoying these thus far. I've been having a lot of fun making them. I draw every day, basically regardless. So recording it has been fun, and then sort of reflecting and having time to gab afterwards has been good. Any other nostalgic cartoons people want me to revisit, or fun mashups? I love mashups. Those have always been a favorite of mine. Even though they seem kind of overdone, at like conventions at least, I used to love, to put the Venom symbiote on things, or what would this character be if they had the Soul Edge from Soul Calibur? Might date myself a little there. But that sort of stuff's always been fun for me. And I don't know. I'm always looking for ideas to doodle. And, as I said at the beginning, a good idea is a good idea. Whether someone's able to execute it well. A lot of fun ideas I get, they come from children. Kids have the most active imaginations. They're able to come up with some rather fun doodles. I've got an upcoming episode where it's a monster that my youngest is sort of dictating the look and the colors for me. So look forward to that. That'll be fun. And then I'm gonna start getting some folks in to bounce off of, maybe do some recording over some speed draws already, or maybe just try and do a sort of live recording. Don't know how those things kind of go. YouTube's still relatively new to me. I feel like mad imposter syndrome already, and I haven't even posted anything yet. By the time this one's out, this will be episode 4. So if I'm still at it by then I must be doing good. So we'll see. Yeah, we're closing in on the end of this speed draw. You can see I haven't gotten very far yet, and I must have had to pause recording and checked on the kids or done a thing, answered the door. Who knows? Life gets in the way. This is kind of a hobby rather than a full-time profession. But I'll make sure and slap up the finished product at the end here for you. And as always, appreciate you guys watching. If you're new here, subscribe, like, comment, all that. Check out the artwork. See, let me know what you want me to draw. I can give it a swing. Especially in these early stages, your comments will get seen, believe me. But anyways, yeah. Thanks for joining me. And we'll see you in the next video. So bye-bye.